Okay. You are live. Yay! I am live. Finally. Good part of the day, my dear friends, my digital friends. And I am Anna Deeter, the passionate advocate for people who are confused, people who call themselves stutterers, stammerers, clutterers, or whatever else. Okay, having difficulty speaking, being afraid to speak in public. So I am your advocate because what you have is very easy to fix, but you are not aware of that. So today I finally found the time to have a live stream with you. Okay. And I hope you have questions because if you don't, we got nothing to talk about. I am a very, as a matter of fact, person. I want you to ask questions. Then you will turn me on and I will go forever. I will be answering your questions. Okay. No problem. So, meanwhile, I can share, waiting for people to join. I am waiting for people to join. Okay. And while you guys are getting together with your questions and writing the questions, I'm going to begin my short presentation. So, some of you may wonder why I haven't been doing live stream for quite some time. Thank you so much for your hearts on Instagram. By the way, I'm doing multi-streaming as usually. On my computer, I am doing LinkedIn, YouTube, what else? LinkedIn, YouTube, and Facebook. And on my phone, I am doing Instagram. Hi, Instagram people. Unfortunately, I don't know how to do live streams on TikTok. I would love to do it, but unfortunately, I don't know how, and I guess I am not qualified for doing this. Besides, I'm going to tell you a little more about TikTok, some changes that happened there I want you to be aware of. Okay, did you used to stutter as a kid? Amor, Tracy, every single baby on the planet is a stutterer. Everyone. We are born ready to learn to speak, but as we are learning, of course we're making mistakes. We all are stutterers. It's totally normal. Stuttering is natural when you are a child, but when you grow up as an adult, of course, it's no longer fun. It's no longer cute, the way they say, right? When babies make mistakes, adults say, "Oh, you're so cute," but we are not appear cute as adults when we stutter, stammer, clutter, or fearful of speaking in public. So here we go. While you guys are still getting together, I don't see too many people on YouTube. I guess I didn't post their notification. Anyway, come up with the questions. Okay, then I will begin answering your questions like Amor Tracy did. He asked the question, I answered. Meanwhile, let me explain to you what recently happened to my TikTok account. I still have it, but I got hacked. And I no longer have access to this account as a manager of that account. The account in TikTok became too big, too bold. I was posting all my thoughts. I was posting so much information. And the account had the name Live Stutter-Free, so that someone took out of my hands Have no idea how they did it. I tried all kinds of technical support, but if you know anything about TikTok, you probably know that you can't find anyone live to talk to and communicate with. You just type your complaint to TikTok technical support and you get a reply from the robot. Okay, and most of the time I see that that's what the robot wrote to me, because it was totally irrelevant to what I asked about. So the bottom line, those of you who still follow my Live Stutter-Free TikTok account, you can still do it, of course, although I have no idea what they're gonna publish there. What they're gonna do with it, I don't know. It's too big, too bold, too telling too many truths. So what I recommend, you switch to my other TikTok account, because I had to create a new TikTok account. The title of that TikTok account is School for Stutterers, number 4, School for Stutterers. Actually, I don't know. Maybe I use the word for. Anyway, try both. School for Stutterers or School for Stutterers with the letters. Okay, that's terrible. Anyway, keep up the good work. Speech pathologist here in no way, in Los Angeles. That's where I started. Really? Thank you so much. Teach speech. Okay, teach speech. This is the only way we can help people who stutter, when we teach them to speak like all normal people on the planet, all ordinary people on the planet. Teach natural speech norms. But unfortunately, speech pathologists, speech therapists are not aware of those norms. At least I wasn't. They taught me in different universities and colleges, first in Russia, where I started, God, over 40 years ago, and then in the United States of America, in Los Angeles, Northridge University, right? Cal State Northridge. I went there as well. They didn't teach me the norms for ordinary speaking. And in order to learn these norms, by the way, if you are here, Teach Speech, here is what I recommend you get from my website. It's only $50. And it's written with a speech therapist in mind, my former colleagues, speech therapists in mind. Okay, you see what I've done? I created even images, so it would be easier for you to teach children. Okay, I have Photoshop all kinds of interesting images, because I thought that one day speech therapists finally will be interested in my work. Okay, so to prove you that I know what it is, see, I even use phonetic transcription. I'm talking now to speech therapists, because ordinary people have no clue what phonetic transcription is. They don't care. Just like all normal people, ordinary people, when we learn to speak, we don't actually learn from the books. Where are all the spoken oral words? Where are they? Are they in the books? Teach speech. Answer. Are they in the books? I'll help you. No, they're not. Every book contains only written words. And what are written words? They're pictures. Pictures! When you see the word written in letters, it's a picture, a visual image. And what is a spoken word? What is the oral word? It's the melody of our voice. It has nothing to do with letters. The ones who still teach children to speak by showing them flashcards with a picture and a little word written in letters, they're still causing confusion in the mind of people who stutter. This is the reality. What can I do? This is reality. It's a really bitter, hard reality. The whole concept of stuttering started with this bitter reality when people, by design, substituted the oral word with the written word. Oral word is a melody, as I said. Written word is a picture. What do we have here? Right here, speech instrument. It's a speech musical instrument. I call it a windpipe. In this book, windpipe, I've explained what it is, okay? So here we go. If we wave to everybody, wave. Oh, wave, Danny. Good to see you there as well. So once again, here, human's body has a musical instrument to play the music of our voice, the melodies of oral words. So these melodies are not in books. You got to understand, when you attempt to teach a child to speak by the letters, it blocks our speech instrument. Why? Because this is a player. It's a sound player. Just think about it. Can a sound player, any other sound player, play pictures, play visual images? Is it possible? Just think of it. Of course, it's not. It's all a whole bunch of, I don't want to say lies, although it is lies, but misinformation. Let's put it in a politically correct way. Misinformation. So the bottom line, yes, I lost my TikTok account, but I'm still here. I don't understand why no one has joined me on YouTube. Usually there are people there. I wonder if I'm connected. Okay, let me go to YouTube and check. Okay, bear with me. Give me 1 minute. Okay, where is my lives? Live. Here I am. Yeah, I'm live, but I am not moving. Okay. No, everything is fine. Let me turn the sound off. Okay, I turned the sound off for me on YouTube so you could hear me better. Please let me know. Oh, I didn't? Okay, now I did. Okay, so let me see. I'm going to go back to StreamYard. Okay, so wave to Rahul. Hi, Rahul. Wave to Merck, 1968. I'm glad you joined. And let me see what Amor Tracy wrote. I feel like stuttering requires you to constantly speak so it gets better. Like whenever I go a whole day without speaking, I started more, so the longer I go without speaking, the worse it gets. It's a very cool observation. Very strong observation. And you know what? I'll tell you something funny. These days, I live in Florida and I live within the walking distance to the stores, to the beach, to the parks. I'm really comfortable here. And I don't need to drive my car that often. Maybe when I go to the gym, I drive like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, okay? And I noticed, because I quit driving enough. Every time I get behind the wheel, I feel uncomfortable. Not that I forgot how to drive my car, but I feel uncomfortable. Now I have to pay more attention to what I am doing when I'm driving my car, in spite of the fact that I've been driving for many, many years, right? It's a habit. Why? It's very simple. Have you heard this simple expression? They say, use it or lose it, right? But with you, people who stutter, it sounds like this, it looks like this. I didn't know how to speak well, and I forgot. Didn't know and forgot. It goes together. So you are not sure how to speak well already. You're a person who stutters, right? You already do something strange when you speak. And if you don't speak enough, you forget even what you knew. Because when people who stutter speak, they don't speak, they stutter. You got to understand, stuttering and speaking are two completely different things. Completely different. You say, I need to speak. But what do you mean by that? When you speak, you stutter. Excuse me. Oh, let me drink something. My lemonade. Okay. So when you say, I feel that I need to speak, you're right. But you need to speak, not to stutter. You have no idea what you need to do actually to speak. And so far, no one asked me a question about speaking. I don't know. I see now people on YouTube. I still don't understand what these people are waiting for. Ask questions. Hey, wake up. Begin asking questions. Turn on your brain. Ask questions. It's enough of listening to conventional speech therapists, psychologists, doctors. You got to understand they all belong to the system. The system, I hope you understand my words. And what does the system want? The system wants you to keep stuttering for life. They want you to keep coming back. Nothing personal. People in this profession may be amazing people. They may want with all their heart to help you, but they don't know how to do it. They have not been trained. Like, for example, the lady, teach speech, whatever. I don't know if it's a lady or a man. This person wrote to me that that's so horrible, speech therapists from Los Angeles are listening to you. But this person has no idea that what they taught in college, all speech therapists, all speech pathologists, it's a whole bunch of tricks and provocations to make sure that people become chronic stutterers. Chronic stutterers. Do you understand my words? Chronic. Okay? So the reason I'm here today to answer any question about speech and stuttering, I am here to tell you that you are a 100% normal person. You're not sick. You're not disordered. You are not wrong in any way but one. You still haven't learned how to use your perfect body, including your brain, how to use all the perfect organs of your body to speak just like everyone else. And I always talk about the picture behind my back. Look, Instagram people, do you see this picture? This is the model of speakers, perfect speakers. These parrots can speak. Are you aware of that? They can say without any problem any word accurately without stuttering. Why? Begin asking questions. Why? How do they do that? I have an answer for you. Because they never went to speech therapists. They never went to any advisors. They just imitate. They look at a person's mouth and they imitate the same mouth movements. It's not the whole mouth, by the way. But even speech therapists don't know what speech instrument is. What is it made of? They talk about the low jaw. They talk about upper lip, top lip, lower lip. They talk about the tongue. They talk about vocal cords. They talk about so many things, breathing. They talk about all kinds of things. And when they do so, they confuse themselves and their patients. They confuse you, guys, people who stutter. You become confused because you don't understand when you speak what organ you should use and how to do it according to the natural norms of Mother Nature. Natural norms of Mother Nature. Natural speech norms. Natural. Ask yourself, what is it made of? How do I use it? Do I know it? Each person who stutters that I have asked didn't have a clue about that. They didn't know. They attempted to follow all kinds of advice from conventional speech therapists, doctors, psychologists, but they didn't realize that those experts, so-called, have no clue what this speech instrument is. No one asks me about that. I'm not going to tell you if you don't ask me. So I don't see, for some reason, people dropped on YouTube. Okay, that's fine with me. So here we go. While I'm still live, because this video is going to continue being on YouTube, and I hope someone will join this YouTube and LinkedIn and Facebook presentation. Let me explain to you what you need to do. My recommendation, if you truly want to quit stuttering, all you need to do is go to my website, livestutterfree.com, and register for the pre-recorded webinar. Or you can even go directly to the webinar. This is livestutterfree.info. There you have to follow instructions and they're going to take you to the webinar. It's just longer. I am always for saving time because time is the only possession we have, right, in this life. Nothing is more important than our life. Our time, and our time is our life. Okay? So this is why I recommend go to livestutterfree.info. Register for the webinar. Watch it from the beginning to the end. And after that, you'll see that after my webinar, you'll see the yellow rectangular shape. It says sign up or book a call with Anna Deeter, something like this. The system, after you click, the system will take you to my scheduler. You will see my availability. You select the time in your time, because the system will show you your time, not my time, your time. So schedule. But keep in mind that there is a difference in the time between our countries. Could be the difference. If you are not from East Coast in United States, the time could be different. Okay? So this is why what I recommend, you watch the webinar, you schedule a call, Zoom call with me, come to me. If Zoom is not allowed in your country, then schedule, let me know, Anna, Zoom doesn't work, where should I go? I can give you my Skype profile. You can come to me on Skype. You can talk to me through Facebook, through YouTube, through Instagram. I mean, the option of a video call is basically everywhere. Anybody can come and watch it, right? And we can talk. I can talk to anyone today. So, but once again, I see people watching, again, not answering questions. This is just amazing to me. How can you learn anything if you don't ask questions? Wake up, ask questions. So once again, how can people stop stuttering and begin to speak? Very simple. All they need to do is go to the website, my website, livestutterfree.com, register for the pre-recorded webinar, or go directly to the webinar special website. It's called livestutterfree.info/webinar, and begin watching. After watching, if what I say there makes sense to you, book a call. Let's talk about it. You don't have to pay a penny. I do it for free. Do you understand that? But after that, of course, if you decide to choose me as a mentor, because no one else can be a mentor like me, giving you a 100% guarantee that you quit stuttering in 3 days. 100% success guarantee. I guarantee my work. It's not like you go somewhere and they say, try, maybe you're going to be better. No, I don't let my students to try. If you come to me, you have no other choice but be a normal person. Stay with me for as long as you want and learn to be normal. Okay? Al Hassan Diallo, finally someone wrote, I would like to know for us French speakers how we go about participating. What's the difference? French? Have you seen the videos on the website? I mean, on YouTube. You are writing from YouTube. Go to my YouTube channel. I don't know if you are subscribed. Look, I have 500 videos. Go watch. There are people from France, from Italy, from Germany, from Switzerland, from India, Canada, Australia, New Zealand. What's the difference? I teach online. Thank God so far they haven't cut internet. You can still do it. And when people come to me on through Zoom, through Skype, it's just like being next to me. What's the difference? I actually truly love teaching online, and I've been doing it for over 12 years. What's the difference? Go watch the results of my work. I quit recently. I quit making new videos. Enough. More than enough, 500 videos, don't you think? If you have watched 500 videos and you still don't believe, then go your way. Keep stuttering, okay? No one on this planet in the English-speaking world has something even close to my performance. Not even close. The moment you come to me, you begin learning. Even in this 45 minutes of free 45 minutes of my life I give to people, even in these 45 minutes, you will learn a lot. a lot. Because the moment I see people who stutter, I begin teaching. I can't help it. I'm a teacher. But of course, it's not enough. 40 minutes, it's almost nothing. Okay? Yeah, okay. Sorry. Reacted to the text message. Has it happened to you? When you're talking to someone and then you see the message and you're like, ah, right? Okay. Al Hussein maybe wrote, not just to know for us who only speak French how we do it, learn English. I don't speak French. Or you're listening to me. It means you're understanding me, right? And if you are understanding me, then it means you can learn a little bit more, boost your English, be like Mr. Hussein, who didn't know English when he came to me. This book is free. It's freely available to download from my website, livestutterfree.com. Go to books and courses. Go there, click, and download this book. If you want to learn what to do if you don't know the language I speak. I speak only Russian and English. Enough for me. But I also have taught people through interpreters. Yes, I have worked with people from Saudi Arabia. I had an interpreter speaking Arabic language, and I have worked with someone from Yugoslavia. They brought an interpreter. So I have had this experience. Do I like it? No. And the only reason I don't like it to teach someone who doesn't speak my language because I don't trust interpreters. Hi, Harshvir. Hi. Good to see you guys. Finally. Now Instagram is quiet. YouTube is working. Instagram is quiet. Ask questions, guys. Wake up. Wake up. You can't learn if you don't ask. Ask questions. Al Hussein, did you just learn from me what I told you? So if you want to join, if you want to enroll in my class, you will need one of the two. Boost your level of English, learn it so you could understand better and you could express yourself in English. It doesn't have to be perfect. You just need to know more words. And there is a perfect tool for that, believe it or not, that we even use it in our class when we teach our students. You know how it's called? The app is called Google Translate. Google Translate, when all the words are presented in a standard way. Even my students after graduation, they use this tool to learn oral words, spoken words in any language. Any language. Okay? So, once again, no questions. I'll continue on my own. I'm waiting for the questions. Now I see 3 people are watching me, and only 2 surfaced. Okay. So, oh, that's me. That's Corey wrote. Thank you for that. It's one of my former students. Okay. So, because even after the 3-day class, I still communicate with my students to make sure that they are doing what I taught them to do. So, Harshvir, many of times you refer speech in terms of tongue. The tongue is not placed correctly. Shouldn't this be related to vocal? You know what? Yes, you're right. I have talked a lot about the tongue because, yes, it is kind of the main guy inside of our mouth. However, today I am sick and tired of not finding the word in English language to give the name for the real speech organ that all people have. And this is why in my latest book, that is already at the editor, The editor, I paid $5,000. Just listen to this. $5,000. That's how much American editors take to edit your book in English language and ready to be published. 5,000 books. Did you hear the number? I can't do it for free. I need money to continue teaching my students. So I am explaining it in the book, and I am introducing the new word to English language. The word, it sounds like this, usta. Usta is the name for the speech organ. This speech organ has 3 parts. 3. All the other parts follow. 3 muscular parts. I can tell you what they are. It's the lower jaw, lower lip, and the tongue. This trio of muscles doesn't have the specific name in English language. It's only in Russian and other Slavic languages that we, my mentor, Russian-speaking mentor, and I were able to find it. The word usta. And even when we say the word oral word, it's also the wrong term. The words that we pronounce, they're not oral, because oral means the whole oral cavity. But our oral cavity, our mouth is just a hole. Just a hole. Exit hole of the instrument. I'll show it to you. That's what it is. The hole. This is our speech instrument. And this is the hole. That's the mouth. When we speak, we don't speak with the mouth. We don't speak with the oral cavity. We speak with the usta. Once again, what is usta? When our low jaw drops, everything drops. You see that? Watch. See, the lower lip dropped and my tongue dropped. No tension. Complete relaxation. And it happens automatically. Automatically. If you, people who stutter, don't stop it. If you, people who stutter, have truly learned the sufficient number of the oral words. I'm still calling it oral because you are not going to understand me if I use the other word. Okay, actually, I am using usta's word. Usta's word. Oral words are produced with our usta. Okay? So this is a little thing that I am explaining in the new book, and it's gonna be my last book. I don't have money to write more books, and of course, I don't have health in my life to write books, because I've been writing this book first in Russian for a whole year, and then for half a year, nonstop, I've been translating it to English. I'm tired. Okay. So, once again, to answer your question, Harshver or Huyas, have bought your all editions book. Good for you. But this is why, whenever we read books, what are we dealing with? We're dealing with written books, with pictures. The only and the best way is to fix your speech, fix your life in almost no time, is to come to me, to sit in front of me and listen to my directions. How? All people on this planet, no exception. If you see a person speaking normally, if you see a parrot, a bird, or some other birds who have the ability to imitate, it means they are using automatically their God-given ustas. Ustas. And they are using, their ustas are functioning automatically. You don't need to do anything to make your usta produce the oral words, better ustas words. I'm introducing this new word. If our humanity continues to be alive, this is supposed to be the name of the word we say. Ustas words, which means produced with our usta. Ustas word. Okay, let me see what you wrote. How to deal with block, vowel sound. Their tongue and jaw is not involved. Really? Not involved? Close your mouth and try to produce the vowel sound. Go, say, eh, for example, or ah, go. Close your mouth. Try. If your mouth is closed, you don't drop the jaw, the tongue, the lower lip. Can you say ah? Can you say eh? Or any of the vowel sounds? Harshvir, answer my question. You're the only one saying here, asking questions at least, and Al Hassan, of course. Okay, how to deal with block? How to deal with block? Drop it. Drop. Learn how to drop your usta to produce any word you want automatically. You gotta learn it. Speech block is not from vocal cord. No, it's crazy. Speech block is who blocks you? You have a perfect body, perfect musical instrument right here, but you're using it incorrectly. All people who start to do this, they attempt to speak by single sounds, just the way we write. The way, let's say, is a cat. When we say cat, look how my mouth, not my mouth, my usta drops. Cat. See that? Cat. And what do people who start to do? They attempt to produce the single consonant. Their tongue is pushing the ceiling in the mouth. Or here we go, I'm going to show you easier so you could see, because you can't see really my tongue. But here, parrot, for example, parrot. My jaw drops, but they attempt to say a single consonant sound. Instead of dropping it down, they push it. Push, push. That's why you cannot pronounce any vowel sound. And do you see now that, of course, vowel sound requires, vowel sounds are our speech. We speak in vowels. Consonants are just noises. If you watch carefully how I speak, my usta is resting at every single vowel sound. It's resting because I'm dropping. The gravitation law is working. It's so easy. But you go to speech therapists, and what do they tell you? Right? Or they say prolong initial sounds. Parrot. Or what else they say? Love. Normal people don't speak like this. I'm 99% fluent. That 1% of childhood memories is something frustrating. I understand. This is what you need to come to me. If you're telling me that you're 99% perfect, by the way, the word fluent tells me that you are still confused. Ask any normally speaking person. Are you fluent speaker? Ask him. He's going to look at you and say, what do you mean? Normal people don't even understand such a weird concept called fluency, speech fluency. It is such a crazy concept. It doesn't exist in real life. Guys, understand it's just a whole bunch of lies you believe in. And when you have this mental program, I want to be fluent, I want to be fluent, guess what you're doing? You attempt to run in speech. You attempt to blend all the words together. You attempt to go fast, faster, and faster because you want to be fluent. What does it mean, fluent? What does this mean, fluent? I understand when, let's say, you are having a jar with water, right? And you are pouring to another jar, and the stream of water is fluent, goes to another jar. That's fluency. The liquid goes fluently. But how could speech be fluent? It's just a horrible, horrible word they have engraved in your mind. They lied to you. That's the system. Again, nothing personal, just business to make money on confused people. Oh, so hot. Hot with my hair. Okay, it's really, really confusing, guys. All the mental programs you have, Harshville, they're working. To get rid of the mental programs, that's what you need to do. Join me. Take the class. If you believe you are pretty good, then take 1-day class. It's only 6 hours of my time, and it's 3 times cheaper. But you always need to begin with talking to me personally. I don't know, when you say 99% fluent, I don't know what you mean by that. Maybe it's crazy. Maybe you're doing something funny, something wrong, but you're not even aware of that. And that something is 1%. Okay? But if you believe that it's just childhood memory, then you definitely need to come to me, because it's already psychological work, which we also do. We see what is it that you still believe like a little baby, like a little child. What fear you still have that we need to simply demolish, tear it apart, throw it away, and understand that there is absolutely nothing to be fearful when we speak. It's the Mother Nature, it's God. They gave us everything we need. Do you understand that? But for some reason, people watch me here and they don't come to me. Understand, I am doing it for free. This is the reason I'm already thinking about retirement. Because I'm tired. I'm 65, guys. Do you think I'm going to be forever working? No. Okay. You also teach like a mother. Of course. I teach like a mother. You know what mothers do? They slap your butt sometime. Right? Hey, what are you doing? Never do this again. I do this with my students, especially when I work with younger students. Okay, someone wrote something else. El Hassan, and we send an interpreter. It's possible. Yeah, you can have an interpreter. But of course, before you choose an interpreter, that interpreter must be evaluated by me. Because believe me, I've had so many interpreters that were stutterers themselves. They were not really understanding well. They were stumbling. They were substituting my words. And I had no way to see if what they say actually right. And you understand, when I work with the mind, every word is so important. I want you to understand. And besides, we work with Mr. Snishko, my mentor. I translate him. And then The interpreter translates me. Of course, you can find someone interprets you in Russian, then you can go directly to Mr. Snishko if you find a Russian interpreter. But again, it's not easy because it's kind of like going through two minds. And it's very important to have interpretation, very specific word. If I say the word usta, I do it on purpose. I don't want to say lower jaw, lower lip, the tongue, blah, blah, blah. I don't want to do it because it's one speech organ that works automatically. We don't need to do anything to make it work. It works. I'm speaking right now and I don't care what to do with it. It works. Why? Because it has the memory. It's called muscle memory. Muscle memory in my usta. And I am using it according to the natural speech norms. Excuse me. Okay? I'm aware of those norms. And I never attempt to speak fluently. Never. It's crazy. Okay? So once again, wave to people on Instagram. Guys, I'm still here. Instagrammers, ask questions. Sometimes Instagram goes and asks questions. Other times Facebook goes. I don't know. Anyway, I see people dropped from YouTube. So you also, okay. Harshville wrote, okay, Anna, and we sent an interpreter. Memories is, okay. Oh, okay. I answered all the questions. I'll give you a couple more minutes to ask a question. Once again, quick reminder, please switch. If you follow my TikTok account, Live Stutter-Free, please switch to my account called School for Stutterers, number 4. I think that's what I use there. School for Stutterers. Okay. And I am posting there now because I got hacked and my TikTok account no longer belongs to me. You can still watch videos. I see them. They're there. But I have no idea who possesses who it belongs to, who uses it, who makes all the money. I don't know. They do all. I don't make any money, but they may use money on that account running videos because I have so many subscribers already, so many users. I don't know what happened. So my recommendation, switch from Live Stutter-Free TikTok account to the account called School for Stutterers. Okay, I even kind of created a quick website, School for Stutterers, but I'm not using it. Okay, so any questions? No more. Understand that I don't do this kind of live streams regularly anymore. Not anymore. Because it takes too much strength, too much work for me. Okay? I'd rather go and walk to the beach and preserve my health. Okay? And I'm still waiting from the editor who already took the money. Hopefully he's going to do a good job. Okay? So I paid him already a deposit. But yeah, that's what I'm going to end up paying for, $5,000 for this book for you to sell maybe for $50. Hopefully we're going to make it a best-selling book. I really hope for that. But it's a weak hope. Honestly, it's a very weak hope. Okay, my dear, lots of love to you. And my last recommendation, stop believing lies of the system. Escape the matrix. Everything you learned about stuttering and speech is misinformation designed by the system, designed on purpose. I don't know how do I emphasize even more. You stutter because they made you stuttering. They made you believe lies when you were young, gullible, naive, and you still believe the same lies. So I truly recommend go to livestutterfree.com and register for the pre-recorded webinar. Watch it. As you're watching the webinar, there will be yellow rectangular under the webinar. You'll see this. It's gonna pop up and it's gonna tell you book a call, something like this. I don't remember exact words, but book a call with Anna Deeter. It's free. You don't have to pay. Even 1 hour. I mean, roughly. It says 45 minutes, but very often I go up to an hour explaining things to people. Okay? So, Harshville asking hypothetically, if someone opened jaw to the fullest and placed his tongue out, can still there be as, of course! Have you seen me doing this? Yes, that's stuttering. I don't know who told you to do that, but that person was the craziest one on the planet. Every time you use incorrectly your usta, your mind on usta, you block your usta. I mean, you got it from somewhere. Someone gave you this recommendation. By looking at your name, I'm guessing you are from India. And in India, this strange recommendation of doing weird yoga poses for stuttering. I know this is a lion pose, right? This is crazy. Absolutely crazy. You will begin speaking normally when you will learn and begin doing only things that normal people do. Look at me. Do I appear normal to you? And you don't need even to see me. All you need is to see this part. I'm going to close. That's what you need to see. This. Okay? If you put 100 people in a row and you ask them to say the same word, they all going to move their usta in exactly the same way. No one will ever stick their tongue out. No one will ever attempt to say one single consonant. No one. They will all be dropping their usta according to the gravitation law of gravitation. That's what we do when we produce vowel sounds. Ah, E. Do it with me right now. Drop it. E, E, A, O, U. Do it and tell me if you have any difficulty anywhere. Drop. E, A, O, U, E. Do it. Any difficulty anywhere? Okay. Harshvir, content written in your new potential book. Is it going to be totally different? No, of course not. No, it's going to be very similar, but much more easier to understand. It's much more specific. You got to understand that we've been working with people who started for 12 years. I've been. Mr. Snishko has been doing it close to 30 years. Okay? A little less, but 25 for sure. And as we go, we learn. We develop a more advanced way of teaching. Now it's so easy for us to teach, and people understand us much easier, much quicker than when we just started. At least I. When I started 12 years ago, I remember how it was frustrating for me that people couldn't understand me. I tried to say it in this way, tried to present it in that way. They couldn't understand me. The old lies in their head were winning over my words. Today, no one can win over my words. Nothing can win over my words. When I speak, people go like, wow, wow, you're so right. Yes, I know. And sometimes I talk, and then a student begins to communicate with me and he goes, you mentioned this. You're absolutely right. You mentioned this. That's what happened in my life. So this is going to be, I hope, the best book, the most precise book. All the books we have written, remember, I have another one that I haven't translated because I thought it was too complicated for people. Nobody will be reading it. The Stutterer's Bible, it still exists in Russian language, but I never finished the translation. I didn't think people needed it. So basically, this book, Harshvir, this book addresses in general that here we have a body mind computer, body mind computer. And when we learn to use our body mind computer, we just need for different things, body mind computer for doing different things. We simply need to coordinate body and mind. It's for anything, okay? And including, of course, speaking, okay? So this is the overview, the bottom line. I've had a couple of people who came to me, thanked me, and they told me that they fixed their speech just from reading the book. Okay, I don't know if they are 100% accurate and speaking with accuracy and ease. I don't know because I never talked to them. But most of the time, people read the book, come to me, sign up for the class. This book is more technical, as I explained in the beginning of this live stream. It's written with speech professionals in mind. When I say professionals, I don't mean speech therapists. I mean the ones who already realized, just like I did, that speech therapy is not the answer. Speech therapy is designed to create stutterers. Okay, that's what it's written. I mean, it's written. I wrote this book in my mind thinking of people who are sick and tired of doing speech therapy, teaching speech therapy, providing speech therapy, and believing speech therapists. That's the book. And when you read, you probably noticed that it was pretty technical, right? Okay. So the book that we have written already, it's already published in Russian and soon to be published in English when the editor is done. Okay. It's addressing everything. It's addressing, number one, personality of people who stutter, psychological problems, the negative traits of their personality. Let me list just a few of them. Laziness, discoordination, lack of attention, lack of coordination skills, fear, fearful of things. I mean, they are not too bright, unfortunately. People who stutter are not too bright about speaking, okay, and about life in general very often, okay? They act very irrationally, not just in speech, but very often in life, because they have no idea how to use their attention, no coordinated attention. I talked a little bit about this, okay? What's this? They act like irrational people. They're very greedy, extremely greedy. They are greedy even to invest in themselves. It's just amazing to me. This is the most kind of frustrating part for me. They come to me, they salivate. Yes, I want to take your class. But when I tell them that they need to get a job, maybe 2 jobs, and earn money for some time, like for example, Hussein did. Hussein worked for 2.5 years earning money and learning English language because he didn't speak English. That's why I mentioned this book to Hussein, I believe, Hassan asked me about this. He didn't speak English language, so 2.5 years he spent on learning English and working really hard, 10 hours a day. He used his muscles. He was a strong man and he worked using his muscles. Okay? So that's what he did. And he fixed his life and his speech. But too many people come to me, they leave me and they say, I can't afford it. What can I do? Of course you can't afford it. Because it's not like something regular. You can go to the store and buy it from the store, or you can get it from anyone, from your local speech therapist. No, you cannot. It's something that I invested 40 years of my life into. Learning, studying, earning to wear glasses. If you go 12 years ago at my videos, you'll see I didn't wear glasses back then. Okay, now I do. So the bottom line is, I recommend, I'm not going to continue listing your bad traits, but they're going to be there. There are many, many of them listed. Okay, and explaining that this is, you have this bad negative traits by design. The system has pushed you to have this design. Just remember one more, when you mentioned fluency, it's the system pushes us people to always fight for something, against something. Like in your case, the system wants you to fight stuttering. Fight. Okay, this is the system of stuttering cure, stuttering treatment, okay, that you don't need. But other parts of the system at the government level, the system pushes us always to run like a hamster in a hamster wheel. Run, go to work, earn money, spend on this, spend on that, buy this, buy that, buy. And of course you do it, you buy, I don't know, cigarettes, alcohol, you buy things that you truly don't need and they're actually harmful for you. But as the result, you don't have enough money for things that are beneficial for you. For example, to invest in your mentor and fix your speech. What can I do? Each of you guys decide what is it that you want in your life. You want to go on vacation? Go. If it's more important. You want to buy a shiny motorcycle? Do it. Then don't complain that you still cannot speak well. It's all about the choice. According to your choice, let it be to you. That's what the Bible says. According to your choice. Okay? So no more questions, guys. I can talk forever. You can see. So I hope to see you one-on-one because that's easy. When I see your blocks, I see your desires. I always ask, what do you need speech for? Because if you want to speak well, just to go to the store and buy, I don't know, sausage and sandwich, you don't need real speech. Yeah, you don't need to invest. Keep going. They will understand you when you point to the label where it says sausage, you point and they will give it to you. But don't complain about the low quality of your life. Don't complain. because this is the life of an animal. Low life, no speech, no human life. I can talk a lot about it, but again, this is all in the book now. I can talk forever about the system, the cunning things of the system does with us all. All. I've been a product of the system myself. Okay? And getting out of the system is not easy. But when people struggle, they finally decide, enough. Enough. I don't want to be part of the system. I'm sick and tired of being a stutterer, a stammerer. You can do it, but it's your personal choice. My job is to do my work. What's my work? When you come to me, you stay with me for 3 days. I do everything what depends on me to make sure that you understand now what normal speech is. How to make sure that your usta begins to produce automatically each and every usta's word, spoken word, sounding word. Okay? That's my job. And I know how to do it. I've done it over 10,000 times together with my mentor, of course. I did it a little bit less, but with my mentor, we stopped counting years ago. And we don't even make videos anymore. As you know, it is videos we publish, they're just old videos. How many more videos do you need? 500 more? Because it's my eyes, it's my eye health. Anyway, no more questions. I promise to hang up and I keep talking. See you again soon. Not here. I don't know when I'm going to do it again, because I'd rather spend my time one-on-one. Okay? Lots of love to you guys. Hope to see you in a Zoom call or Facebook or whatever. Bye-bye.